Let's stitch out America the Beautiful for our Star-Spangled Beauty ladder quilt. America the Beautiful is on page 12. I have the background fabric fused with interfacing on the back, and I have the batting. This block is all embroidery, so let's stitch America the Beautiful. Before I bring my files in, I wanted to show you how my muslin is set up a little bit different. Now, normally you've seen that I do strips of muslin and it will hang off the bottom. The excess will be towards the top and I will just move it down and use that strip. This is the same concept. However, this excess muslin is coming off to the left of my hoop. It was a project that I needed the height of the 12-inch on my 7 by 12-inch hoop. And so I used it off to the left because I was doing maybe borders and I didn't want to waste all the width, but I needed the height of the hoop. So anyways, it's the same concept, just the excess is coming off to the left side. So I will go to embroidery and to my USB. And I need to open the quilting bundle and stars 12. And I need the 6 by 8 size. And I'll hit set. And now I'll go to add, back to my USB and the embroidery files folder. And I need the America the Beautiful. And I will hit set. And I do need to change my hoop, so I'll come to settings. I am going to choose the 8 by 12 in my machine because I do not have a setting for the 7 by 12. I will select OK and embroidery. Now normally, again, I would push this all the way down to the bottom because all of my stabilizer would be up here. However, all of my stabilizer is to the left. I am going to go to layout and move, and I am going to move it all the way to the left. And for this project, because it's almost the same size as the hoop, I'm only moving it to the left really because my hoop on my machine is smaller than the setting, and so I always move it over to compensate for that fact. So I don't need to move it up or down because I don't have the excess muslin coming off the top or the bottom of the hoop. So I hope that's not totally confusing. I'll select OK, and then I always like to go to this minus plus needle, and we'll start with the placement for the batting. I've placed my batting and fabric, and I need to come over and skip some steps. Because I didn't do these in software, I'm going to skip them right at my machine. Again, these are totally optional steps. So step 2 is the tack down of the batting. My batting's cut to size, and so I will skip this. I will use my down arrow. The next step is the placement of the fabric, and I've got my fabric placed and it's much larger, so I'm going to skip this as well. And now it is the tack down for the fabric. Here's a little bit better about how I hooped my muslin this time. So it fits the length of my hoop, and the strip comes off to the left. So you can see it's the same concept, just instead of a skinny strip, this way, it's a wider strip this way. So I hope that makes sense. So now I am going to get this block cut out and pressed, and this is a quilting background that goes into the seam allowance, so I don't need to worry about taking out the basting and cutting the muslin because there will already be some in the seam allowance. So I will press this and just use my orange pop ruler as a guideline and cut this block out.